What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, this video has been a long time in the making, and I think you know what it is from the title. Being that this video is long, I'm going to break it into 3 parts. Thor, God of War, Thor, Marvel, and in part 3, Thor versus Thor, who wins? Today we will be talking about a well-known and well-loved character in mythology and now comic book culture, Thor Odinson, or the more notable God of Thunder. I've been in love with this mythical character my whole life, so who better to talk about it than me? Going from Egyptian to Greek, and yes, of course, Norse. But the powers weren't why I was intrigued, but the stories was. From Zeus battling Kronos to free his siblings, to stories like Tortoise and the Hare. These are the stories I lost myself in as a child. And then my grandfather introduced me to comics, and the new animal was unleashed. We're going to talk about the same character, but from 2 separate properties. Thor from God of War, and Thor from Marvel. We'll be talking about strength, intelligence, endurance, and more. Thor from the soft reboot of a beloved game franchise, the latest 2 God of Wars, introduced the Norse pantheon. Now, this version of Thor is closely adapted from actual depictions of Norse mythology. We see this version of Thor with long red hair, a long grizzled beard, giant-esque in stature, and more notable, fat. And I say that loosely because, as I've stated in one of my older videos, he has the shape of a professional powerlifter. This version of Thor is feared by most and known more by his brutal treatment of his sons and the giants. Thor was mentally and emotionally abused by his father, Odin, the All-Father. From a young age, Thor was bred to be a killer, a weapon of mass destruction, or in his own words, a destroyer. We see Thor longing for his father's approval and love. Even if it's at his own detriment, he does everything he's ordered to do. His father not only broke his son's spirit to make him more controllable and malleable, he verbally abused him. Following his mother's death, not only rejected part of his heritage and lineage, but he fully embraced his title as the champion of the Aesir. And rightfully so, when you are the sole reason for basically setting a whole realm of giants, the species known as the Jotunar, to the brink of extinction. He seemingly got worse after his sons were killed by the hands of Kratos, kind of. One son, Modi, was killed at the hands of Atreus after what was told to us that Thor beat him within an inch of his life for running from Kratos, which was a result of Kratos killing Magni. And he killed Magni by, well, I'm not going to say on YouTube because I'm not trying to get in trouble with the higher ups. So you're going to have to go watch the video. Just look it up. You can search it by the name, okay? Which, if you really paid attention, you could see that is where they established early on what kind of family dynamic they had going on for them. Odin abused Thor. Thor abused Modi. And it didn't seem like the cycle would end until one of them did. And did, I mean, one of them ended. It's a tragic story on how Thor became. He tried to do his best at bettering his life for Sif and Thrud. We saw at the beginning of the game when he was first introduced to the character. When we were first introduced to the character, he gave up drinking even after Odin slammed the cup in front of him. This is a character we love. This is a character we root for. He falls, he gets back up, grows, and heads for redemption. The sad thing is, and I think the thing we all had a problem with, is how quickly we were given Thor and he was taken away. And I don't feel his story should have ended there, where he was killed. Being that this is the last game in the Norse region of God of War, of the God of War universe, we won't see more of this character going forward. Which is kind of a sad thing, being that Ryan Hurst played the hell out of this role. He did phenomenal. And when I heard that he was cast as the God of Thunder, I kind of scoffed at it because, Sons of Anarchy, you know. I couldn't imagine it until I played the game. And I have to admit, I'm still going through the game. I'm still getting to love this character. I'm still getting to understand this character. And it's kind of tragic that Thor is the way he is, because he could be a god that is loved. He embodies so many different things. The god of strength, the god of work, the god of thunder, the god of lightning, the god of weather, the god of the forest. He invokes all of these different things, and we never really understand him. We're supposed to hate him. We're supposed to resent him for how he treats those around him and those that love him, but you can't help but to love him because of how Santa Monica Studios has developed the character. It's interesting, it's intriguing. And that's why I decided to go with Thor versus Thor. Now, this video isn't long, but Thor from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that video is going to be long because we're given a bunch of lore with that character. And I will be strictly talking about Thor from the MCU, the live adaptation of these movies. And I have a lot to talk about. Some I'm very happy about and some I'm very disappointed by. But you guys stay tuned. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for keeping up with the content, staying, true and loyal. And I will, like I said, and I've kept my promise, be bringing you guys more content. Still working on the short film, still building that universe. But as you can tell, the hustle never stops. Nipsey Hussle said it best. Hustle and motivate. And I'm hustling while I'm trying to motivate. You guys have a great night, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't be hard on yourself if life doesn't seem like it's going your way. If you don't understand it, that's okay. You always hit that bump in the road. And if you're a psychopath, just go and pick up a video game and play a video game. I love you guys.
This is for Moody! You put him model father here!